Hi everyone, this is Fantiga with 100% Gaming, and welcome to my leveling guide. All methods shown available for both solo and co-op players. I must mention, some methods require DLC for the game. And for number 5 on the spot, seriously, one of the best ways you can gain levels in Borderlands 2 is to play the game, guys. Complete main missions, side missions, and of course partake in the huge amounts of DLC, and you'll be leveling up in no time. You can see here, by just handing in this quest, I nearly get a full bar of experience. Now, this of course does not take into account any activities you do in the mission, such as gaining experience from mobs as you progress through the mission. Now I totally understand that you guys might be on your third playthrough, or maybe even fourth, and you just want to get to level 80. The next 4 steps will show you guys exactly how to do that.
No. Switch to another weapon and hit him again, huh?
As for number 4 on the spot, this is my least favourite method, but it has a good reason for being here. Simply put, it's kinda cheating. But you can do this method whilst AFK. To be able to grind the XP, you need to have started the Rock, Paper Genocide questline from Marcus in Sanctuary. If you have already completed the questline, well, this method unfortunately will not be available to you. In the quest, Marcus will ask you to hit the target with a specific elemental type. Rather than doing that, ignore it and just kill the target over and over, as you can see on screen right now, as he just continuously respawns. Now it is best to do this whilst AFK, otherwise you will become very bored very quickly, and you'll have to hear Marcus repeat the same line over and over. Simply get a piece of tape and hold down the fire and aim button on the controller or your mouse, and come back a few hours later. I would highly suggest an infinity pistol for this method, otherwise you'll just run out of ammo. With this and all methods to follow, I set a timer for 20 minutes to see how much experience we would get in that period of time. So around the 20-minute mark, as you'll see right now, we got 4 bars, that's about a level every 50 minutes or so. And here we are with number 3 and Sir Tinder Snowflake. This boss requires you to have the DLC, which is the Borderlands 2, Headhunter 3, How Marcus Saved Mercenary Day. The DLC added some fun bonus content to the game, as well as a great way to farm XP, but also legendaries. After you have completed this DLC, simply follow my path to be able to farm the boss. This boss is pretty easy, and shouldn't be too much trouble. And if you do go down and fight for your life, don't worry, because there will be plenty of snowman minions that join the fray. Sir Tinder Snowflake actually gives the most amount of XP per kill, so why is he not at the number 1 spot? The reason is, the long run. It actually takes over 1 minute and 30 seconds to actually get to the boss and spawn him before the fight can commence, making it not so productive as the next 2 methods. On top of that, the boss does not drop any particularly noteworthy loot that is all found at the train after you run back into the town. Now, of course, you could save time and speed up the process if you quit the game and load back in without collecting any of the loot. After 20 minutes, I found upon each kill who rewarded me with 25,000 experience. Overall, they gave me a total of 2.5 bars, at which rate I was gaining a level per hour. Second spot is a boss we all should know, as I'm sure you've completed the game by now. We are talking about Bunker. Bunker is a great and easy way to farm experience if you're Zero with the ability Ball or as Salvador, but other characters shouldn't have too much trouble with them either. Bunker actually gives the same amount of XP as other late game bosses, such as the Warrior and Saturn. So why did I choose Bunker? Well, that's actually really easy. After you load into the game, you walk for about 5 seconds and the boss is spawned. The Warrior takes longer to spawn, and Saturn has no critical points, making him harder to kill. Furthermore, to be able to farm Saturn efficiently, you need to be able to use a grenade jump, which some players simply just might not be comfortable doing. The Bunker also drops 2 amazing legendaries, the Sham and a particularly named SMG. So it makes the farming a little bit more worthwhile. However, if you want to swap things up a little bit, both Saturn and the Warrior are both amazing sources of experience. After defeating Bunker, He drops just under 2,400 experience per kill, a little less than Tinder Snowflake, but you also get the chance to defeat him much faster, due to the short run after you've respawned. After farming Bunker for just 20 minutes, I got just over 7 bars, by far the most effective way so far, making it just under 30 minutes per level.
Get ready to grab a beer and kick some rear, cause it's time for a beat-down bar brawl. Just pick a fight with the drunks and stay alive.
By now, you're probably wondering what is the best source of experience in Borderlands 2. For some of you, this method should be no surprise that it's at the top of my list. However, the only downside to this method is you require the Mr. Talk's Campaign of Carnage DLC, and need to do the quests until you reach Pyro Pete's bar. Once at the bar, you'll find a repeatable quest which gives a large amount of experience, as well as 20 Talk tokens, which you can use to purchase legendary items from the Talk vending machines in this DLC. The objective of this mission is to take out the badasses among the bar patrons which spawn as ultimate bar enforcers. There are a range of enemies that will spawn with a random chance of spawning badasses. To complete the quest, you need to kill all 5 badasses. Once completed, simply head back to where you picked up the quest, hand it in, pick it back up, and repeat the process. This method can feel like quite a grind, but it's a great way to farm experience, as you have a repeatable quest to turn in, as well as all the enemies that give you XP as you go. After 20 minutes of gameplay, I got a whopping 9 bars of experience. That's right guys, 9 out of 10 bars in 20 minutes. Now you know why this method is number 1 on my list. On top of getting all the experience, depending on what level you start farming, at the end you should have 999 tokens, which is the maximum amount. But this should be fine to buy yourself one of those legendaries I talked about earlier. I would suggest either getting the double penetrating uncapped herald or one of the variants of the flacker. If you're able to do a really long farming session without logging out, you'd find that the bar stations actually drop Talk tokens as well. So you could hit max level, spend all the Talk tokens that you've earned along the time, go and collect them all, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll be able to buy another weapon as well. Furthermore, if you have completed the DLC and you get a little bit bored of farming experience this way, you can go down the lift and farm Pyro Pete instead for good XP and a range of loot. Thanks everyone for tuning in and watching my how to level guide in Borderlands 2. I want to make this clear that all methods here can be used either solo or co-op. If you have another method or you think I've left one out, hit me up in the comments. Let's talk about it. Anyway guys, this has been Fantagar with 100% Gaming. I'll see you in the next video.